Hello again, everybody, and you can see my feet. Whoops. Okay, like that. That's better. Because I want to get this in one take because I don't want to go in and, have to actually edit anything because I'm tired. Anyway, also, I'm really excited because, yes, it's the 1st of October, but I'll get to that later. First of all, this is the first thing we're going to look in, and it is, yes, this is the Black Devil, soul-sucking, much-hated sketchbook that I have. I absolutely hate this sketchbook. Yes, I think you get that by now. Anyway, we're going to take a look at it, because it is so much against my nature not to use paper when I have it. So this sketchbook from now on is going to be for notes and for little doodles for, like, crawling elves ideas of my own characters, because I like making my own characters into crawling elves that I can then hang for Christmas. And what the heck is my hand doing? Stop that. So first of all, there's a sketch of Sin. This one is going to turn into Curie at some point. And here is Lily. This is Takuma's younger sister. I finally came up with an actual design for her. Happy with that. And then there is this thing that's going to turn into Mars at some point. I need to fix her face. Anyway, notes for... I'm getting my crawling elves... I'm trying to get my crawling elves printed. This is a list of firms that I checked out, and I've had a meeting with one of these firms that hopefully soon will get back to me with an estimated price of what they want for, like, printing my crawling elves, so I can decide whether or not I want to use them. And that is it for the sketchbook. I hate this thing. Anyway, on to a better and a newer sketchbook is this one. And here we go. First self-portrait ever. Yes, this is actually a cute little self-portrait thingy of me. This is what I look like as a chibi anyway. And really funny thing is, I actually didn't notice this when I woke up this morning. I just put on the first clothing that I could, like, grab, and just turns out I picked my black shirt that I'm wearing in that one, and also, see if I can get my leg up this high, my blue pants! Look at that, with lots of doggy hair, because my dogs are really shedding right now. But anyway, that is the outfit that I actually drew in this drawing, which is kind of funny. Total coincidence. Anyway, yeah, drawing of me getting my sketchbook. I'm so happy about that. Drawing of a male Ariel. I don't know why. The Little Mermaid is such an inappropriate story, actually. I mean, a little 15-year-old girl kind of in love with a grown man who is a stranger that she then later gets married to, which is just, yeah, inappropriate. Anyway, I was just testing out whether or not this sketchbook could handle watercolors. And it can't. As you can see, the paper's really rippled and it looks awful. So, yeah. My African woman. Here she is. Stop that stupid thing. There she is. The color study. Anyway, and a really quick sketch that took, like, what? I think it took me about 5 minutes to do that sketch. And then I used like an hour to try and figure out what colors to use. Anyway, this is the finished... I'm a chicken if I'm a frame, I am. This is the finished piece. Yeah, I'm sorry for the reflection, but when it's a chalk pastel drawing, I put it in frame right away, or else, yeah, I cannot touch this stuff. I have a really nice, blah. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I have a really, really good fixative spray, but it cannot keep down this, chalk pastel stuff, because it's really, yeah, that just rubs off on just about anything. And here are little foxes, because I felt like it. I didn't know what else to draw, and I like that one. That's good. Anyway, sketches of trees that you can't really see. My color study for my leopard, and you've already seen the leopard, but I'm going to show it again. Here it is. Look at it. So pretty. No. There we go. Yeah. I really should have put some grass in the foreground. I'm a lazy bum. And I'm never going to allow myself to be that lazy again, because then I will kick my own ass. Yeah, I can do that. Anyway. Ponies, because, I'm supposed to be a grown-up, but I don't act like it. I'm supposed to be all grown up, but I still love watching cartoons. Well, I don't like watching My Little Pony, to be honest. I just like the fact that there are so many colors in these characters, so yeah, fun to do. Fun to draw. A giraffe? That's really weird looking. This guy you've already seen. Yeah. This is what happens when my brain finally shuts the heck up and my hand just gets to run the show. This is what happens when I'm really tired. This one was drawn out right before I went to bed, late one night, like 2:30 a.m. or something like that. Yeah, love that hand. It's so good. Anyway, oh yeah, this is where I would like to ask for you guys' help. Because you see, there's this YouTuber that I am watching. Okay, that sounded like a creepy stalker. Not that way. I am subscribed to her channel, okay? That's really weird. Anyway, she's holding like a contest for Halloween. Or rather, for the month of October, she's running this contest where you're supposed to draw something creepy, scary, / Halloweeny. And I can't decide what to draw. So this is a sketch idea just with a monster breaking through a door. And this is scary clown, because clowns are freaky. No clown is ever funny. Clowns are just freaky. And this is where you can see how random I am. I'm in the middle of trying to figure out what to do for a contest, and then suddenly I draw an elephant. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, improved killer clown drawing. This one is better. But you see, the thing for this contest, I can't decide what to do because I have so many ideas. And the things that I have the hardest time deciding is whether or not, you know, how creepy I should make this. Because I can go for something really creepy, like scary creepy. Or I can go for something that's fun creepy, something a little bit more lighthearted, something like this, or, you know, one of my characters dressed up for Halloween, or something like that. Or I could go for something beautiful creepy, like, yeah. I just don't know which one to go with, and if you guys have any thoughts on the matter, please let me know about it in the comments down below, because I would really appreciate some input here, because I am horrible at making decisions on what to draw. I kind of like this sketch, though. Anyway, this is a quick sketch of a YouTuber. I asked permission to draw her. She said that it would be okay, so this is the sketch, and I'm going to do color studies on this. It's probably not going to be until November, because in October there's a lot to do in October, so this is going to have to wait, but the sketch is ready for, you know, me to put some colors on, and then I'll do a bigger piece later. Anyway, weird creature girl something. Should this be censored? I mean, she's basically naked, but, you know, it's not very graphic, so who cares? A doge, also waiting for a color study thing. Yue and Rin eating together, and there's a worm in Yue's food, and that's gross. Anyway, really bad sketch. Yeah, Misaki just shooting a werewolf. A little bit better. Here, a werewolf kind of creeping behind a tree, and then, you know, I'm gonna draw Misaki standing out here at some point, and yeah. Then it'll make a lot of sense. Request from DeviantArt that I'm not going to have time to do anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yue plucking fruit, and yes, I'm hurrying up because there are a lot of drawings. A Wendigo, because Wendigos are awesome and cool, and yeah, creepy. Love them. Anyway, something that's never going to turn into anything, at least not at this very moment. That's a good thing about a cheap sketchbook, because I don't care if I mess up on a page. I can just leave it there, and then I'll work ahead, and then, like, maybe a couple of weeks from now, I'm going to go back and, you know, put something completely different on this page. That's, yeah, look at this. Anyway, okay, this is, this is color study for a piece that I'm actually going to get started on right away. Hopefully I'll get to draw most of it this weekend. This is a quick sketch of my sister's dog, because my older sister's birthday is coming up, and it's actually next week, so I have to hurry a little bit. This is her dog. He's a border collie. His name is Albert, and he's such a cute boy. She has 2 of them, so, like, I'm going to draw the other one for Christmas, so yeah. Anyway, this is the color study for him, which is really hard to do because black is hard to draw, especially in color, because black, there's black, of course there's black, and then there's purple and blue and brown and a bit of yellow and a burgundy red color in that black fur, so yeah. This That's why I've started doing color studies. Anyway, another drawing of Yue dragging Rin along with her. And here it is. Yay. Okay, don't get too excited. Yes, I talk to myself a lot. So this is a drawing of, a little while ago I did a collaboration with Mia's Illustrations, and I drew her character, I cannot speak. I drew her character, Vassar, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. I cannot stop drawing him because I like this character, and she has given me permission to draw him because, you know, I asked just for safety, and she said it's okay. So that's why I drew him here with my character Yue. And she's such a kind-hearted soul. So in this drawing, it's like Vassar, he hurt himself, his arm is bleeding, and Yue just, she's a motherly type, so she runs to help him right away, and she's got like a hospital's worth of like band-aids and, you know, supplies there for him. Yeah, she's a little over the top, but she's such a nice character. And, well, that's it for that sketchbook. Let's see if I can get to close it again. Come here. Arr. There we go. Worked. I have to move this to it. There we go. This sketchbook, my mini sketchbook. And the first page, I don't like the first page, but that's because of the colors. I like the illustration, but I hate the colors, and now I'm doing it again. Stop it. Anyway. Oh, yeah, right. This page I can't use because they're kind of merged. Kind of hard to draw on. Anyway, I'm proud of myself. I did some buildings, I drew buildings. That sounds so wrong. Anyway, drew some buildings. It was a really interesting perspective, and I like the colors, and I'm pretty happy with, I'm okay happy with how it turned out. Anyway, an owl that I didn't finish because I didn't feel like watercoloring that day. I will go back to it at some point and finish it. And here is a beautiful, beautiful mountain landscape done with my chalk pastels, which is hard because my chalk pastels are really big, and the details on this are pretty damn small. But it worked. Anyway, here's the fishy because I cannot draw fish. So I'm practicing, and it didn't work out very well, but I still like the colors. They're pretty. Well, they're pretty colors. Yeah. A guy who's kind of looking like a creep. Focus your damn camera. What's wrong with you? I can't get it to actually look at this right, can I? Anyway, guy standing with a skull. His arms are a little bit too long, but other than that, I really like his face and his hair, and I like the skull too. Nice and creepy. Anyway, another building. I'm so proud of myself. I don't use rulers because I hate using rulers. That's the thing. I need to practice to draw buildings, and I tried. I mean, I understand perspective. That is no problem for me. It's just a tedious task of having to move that stupid ruler around and measure everything that it sucks the fun right out of drawing, and, you know, I only draw if I'm having fun. I mean, I draw to have fun, not to torture myself. So for drawing without a ruler, I think this is pretty well done. Or painting, I don't know what to call it. I like the colors too. Yay! And here is a nice little scenery with a little boathouse. I like the boathouse. Pretty well done. And I like the trees, and the lake looks pretty. And it matches the outside right about now. And I need to stretch a bit. God damn it, I'm getting old fast. Anyway, a girl, and I painted/drew this just for the sake of doing paint splatter and red chrysanthemums, because awesome. Here he is again, Vassar. So in my collaboration with Mia, I drew Vassar here, and for that drawing to work so I could draw a full-bodied figure, I kind of came up with this little story for myself where if Vassar touches a plant, then it dies. And that's something I use in this little comic. So Vassar's out walking, and he sees this beautiful flower, and he sits down to just appreciate it, and along comes my own OC Ash, who is he's a sociopath, basically. He's a horrible, horrible person, and if he can make somebody else cry, then that's job well done. He likes that. Anyway, so he walks over, sits down, and plucks the flower. And the funny thing is muscle memory, that can screw you up sometimes, because you will, if you drop something, you'll try to catch it automatically without thinking about it. Even if what you're dropping is a cactus, you'll just grab the damn thing, which is really stupid. And it's the same thing, if people hand you something, you just reach out and take it, even if it's something like a piece of trash. And this works in real life, people. I have tried this. It is hilarious. Try it out. Anyway, so Ash plucks this flower and he hands it to Vassar, and Vassar grabs it without thinking, and then it dies. Look at that face. I had to draw. The whole reason I drew these 2 pages was so I could draw that, and it would make sense. So, yeah. Anyway, landscape that I'm going to do, that's going to turn out pretty good, I think, and a girl with a lion head on her head. Yeah, and some feathers and other stuff that I'm going to ink, and it's going to look awesome in the end. And that is it for this sketchbook. And, what am I missing? Oh, yeah. Finished drawings. I should have probably found that beforehand. I need a new one. This is... Did you hear that? That's kind of heavy. There we go. Come on. Here we go. So, for this one, this was a really, really quick sketch that I did one evening, and I didn't correct anything on the sketch. I sketched this one out in like 10 minutes one evening, and I didn't correct any of my lines. Next morning when I woke up, the first thing I did was color it, and now I'm angry that I didn't correct my sketch because the coloring turned out so good. And the hand, look at that hand, that is well done. And her lips. Anyway, mostly the thing that bothers me the most about this is that eye. You see her face is tilted, that eye is tilted, that eye is not. Plus that eye is too big. But, yeah, we can't make perfect every time. I like the blood splatter. That is my mental state when I drew this. I'm kind of, yeah, still in a kind of tough spot, so, anyway. Vassar, for my collaboration, here he is, and there you see the dead plants. Yeah. And then there's this guy that you saw speed drawing of, so yeah. Okay, there's really bad lighting. I'm sorry. I need to invest in a daylight lamp. But that is it for these. And last but most excitingly, I'm gonna talk about Inktober. And I'm gonna try not to drag on for too long. This sketchbook is one of the new sketchbooks that I bought, and I am going to use the sketchbook for the sake of October or Inktober, because I didn't want to do it in my small sketchbook because for the sake that if I wanted to do a bigger illustration, I want to keep all of my Inktober drawings in one sketchbook, and if I wanted to do bigger illustrations, well, I would need a bigger sketchbook. So I picked this one, and if I want to do a small illustration as well, then I can just use half of a page. So yeah. So this sketchbook is exclusively for Inktober, I promise. If I do not keep that, then you guys are going to have to help me come up with some sort of punishment for myself, because then I'm an idiot. Anyway, this is the first time I'm participating in Inktober, and honestly, I just found out yesterday that there are prompts for this thing, and at first I wasn't going to use them, but then I thought, you know what? Whatever, it's an added challenge, and I like challenging myself, so I am gonna do that. And I already drew the first drawing. That's the first thing I did when I woke up this morning. The first thing I did was run downstairs, grab the sketchbook, and hurry up and ink a drawing. Anyway, first of all, before I show you guys, story time. Okay, not story time, but before I show you guys, I'm just gonna tell you how I'm gonna do this Inktober thing. I'm not going to be uploading a speed paint every day. Sorry, I do not have the time or the energy to do that. I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen. I will instead every Saturday upload a video with the sketches, or rather the Inktober drawings that I've done for that week, maybe plus one speed draw of one of them. Depends on how much time I have. And yeah, that's how I'm going to do that. And just... I'm going to try my very best to draw every day. I have full intention of completing Inktober, but there is still this thing that has made me upload irregularly, the whole meeting thing and the illness stuff and people making decisions about my life. And there's kind of this huge meeting that I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting to be called into this huge meeting where a decision's going to be made. I still haven't even been called to that meeting, and it's probably going to happen sometime during October, and that is really annoying. because it will destroy me emotionally for a while. There's a very, very good chance that this meeting is going to go bad for me. So, yeah. But hopefully it won't be that bad and I'll be able to finish Inktober without going mentally crazy. Anyway, without further ado, let's go for the first drawing. And the prompt for the first drawing was fast, so I drew this. This is, yeah, this is where it gets tricky. I'm gonna have to say some in Danish now, and it's hard when I'm speaking English. Blah. So, this is what we in Danish call helhest. Yeah, that sounds really weird when I'm talking English having to say something in Danish, but helhest translates, if you translate directly into English, it means hell horse. Simple as that. It's practically the same. And this horse is kind of, it's a ghost thing. It's from, I think it's from Danish mythology. It's been a really long time. When I was a kid, I loved reading these mystique books, like with little myths and legends from all over the world, and this was one of the things that I read about. It's been a long time, so I'm going to try to remember the stories, but a hell horse is a three-legged horse that is extremely thin, kind of skeleton-like looking, but yeah, and its eyes and nostrils glare or flare up with light, and then there is well, the part of the horse's head kind of varies from story to story. In some stories, the horse doesn't have a head at all, or sometimes the head simply falls off while people are looking at it. Weird, right? Sometimes the head looks like a normal horse's head except for the glowing eyes and nostrils, or sometimes it's a skull head, and I thought the skull head was the coolest, so that's what I drew. And the legend is that if you see a hell horse, well, the hell horse is an omen of death, basically. So if you see a hell horse, you yourself or somebody really close to you is going to die within, I believe it's 3 days or something like that. Cause yeah, so that's legend anyway. And I thought this character was really cool. It was a fun thing to do, and just to make it harder for myself, because horses are pretty easy for me to draw. So I drew it at this weird perspective, kind of seen from above, and I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. I don't know, is it allowed to use markers on an ink drawing? Because I had to make the eyes flare, so I used this little highlight thingy. Yeah, I don't know if that's allowed, but who cares? I made it, and it's awesome. And I already have an idea for what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I'm so excited for it. And that is it for now. These are my drawings, and I know there's some of you out there who are participating in Inktober, with me, and I really look forward to seeing your drawings and how you're gonna include or these prompts into your drawings if you choose to follow them. I'm just so excited for this. In case you hadn't noticed. Anyway, that is it for this week. I will not be taking any more of your time. I hope you guys have a great weekend and first October, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!